And our main purpose is um, do not follow. What was I even saying? I forgot. Hello and welcome to So They Reads YouTube channel. If you are new here, let me tell you a little bit about ourselves very quickly because I don't want to bore you with that. This is not why we are meeting here today. But we are two best friends running a Bookstagram page. The link is here. Go give us a follow. We're running this from two different countries currently, and our purpose is to basically get anybody who is interested in reading even a single book to have them pick that book up. We read a lot of books. We post quite a lot of reviews on Instagram and now even on YouTube, hopefully. But we really want to get people to experience the joy that we experience when we are immersed in the books that we read. You must have seen the first video that we've posted on YouTube. It's about the very famous book series, the Fourth Wing book series, and we have literally had an entire discussion on the third book that came out in 2024. Sorry, in 2025. Um, and that entire banter is on YouTube. And after that, I'm literally coming now. And the only reason for that is because we want to promote our book club for the year 2026. Um, we started our online book club through Instagram in 2024, I think. But we had very limited members, and our books were not decided beforehand, and everything wasn't very planned. We just did it because it was fun. But in 2025, we decided to actually take this a step forward, and we thought of adding people from all over the world, whoever wants to join us, with the purpose that we will have books that are by Indian authors as well as other authors. And we will have people on our group who struggle to finish even a single book. And so we made sure that the books that we are picking are under 400 pages, not too big. So it's easily readable for anybody who's new to reading as well. In 2026, we want to be able to continue our book club, but we also want to make it a little more bigger than what it is now. We want to make it more interactive and reach more people who genuinely want to start their journey in reading, revive their journey in reading, or simply just join us because they want to explore books that they have not read before. The reason we curate our list beforehand is so that we are able to give people an idea of what they will be reading for the rest of the year so that they can plan to read other books that um, must have been on their TBR piles. Also, because sometimes it so happens that, even if you are a mood reader, in some months you just don't feel like picking up a book. So when you know that, okay, there's a book that's coming up and we already know what we are going to read, that builds some anticipation, we believe. And that is one reason why we always like to tell everybody what we're reading. If there are people who say, no, we do not want to read this book at all in this particular month, then, we have a whole discussion and we try and replace the book. Today's video basically has me I went ahead and bought all the books. Sorry. Oops. Sorry. I went ahead and bought all the books for our book club 2026, and this video is going to be me trying to unbox them and reveal them and tell you a little bit about what the books are. So if any of the books interest you, please join us. And some of the books that we've chosen are really short, and you will see. And I'm going to tell you the page count of every book. Okay, so let's start unboxing. I don't know, not a box. Let's just open these packages. Let's go. I don't know what package has what books. Though I know one package has like 5 books, and there are 2 books that are independent, and I already have 2 books in my shelf, so I'm going to take them out from there, but they are part of our book club. You know what? Let's fast forward this. It's difficult to carry so many together. We have officially taken out all the books off their packages, and I'm going to start telling you about our about all the books that we have selected for 2026, starting with the month January. I revealed it. Okay, I have been so excited to read this book and to have this book in the book club and read it with everybody else, because it is, I think, a new release, and it was also part of Opera's 2025 book club. It is by Megha Majumdar, and the book, I'm just going to tell you in short. I have a few descriptions here on my laptop, so if you're wondering what I'm looking at, it's the screen on my side. The Guardian, A Guardian and a Thief by Megha Majumdar is a sharp, fast-moving story about 2 people caught on opposite sides of the truth and survival. The book explores how far people can go to protect themselves and the ones they love. I already love it. It's supposed to be very engaging, easy to follow, because the language is easy to follow, and it is very thought-provoking. So if you want to read along, I am going to tell you the entire process of how to join our book club at the end of this video. So hold on till we reach the December book. But this one's for January, and the page count for this is I think 225 or so. So it's under 400 pages, but it's easily readable in a month. I think even if you read like 20-30 pages per day, you are easily going to finish this book for Jan. Okay, this is it. Let's move on to Feb. Now, the one for Feb is a classic. It is called Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is my copy, and you can see that it is a little bit worn out because it's an old copy. This is actually my sister-in-law's copy, and she has the entire set of Jane Austen, so she left this one for me. And I think I had this in my shelf for a while now. It's been years. And I tried to read this, I think, in 2020 or so, but I never really finished it. So I'm excited to read this in Feb with the rest of my book club members. A lot of our book club members actually requested for this book, so I'm even more happy that there are people who enjoy reading classics. Um, Most of you may already know what this book is about, but I'm just going to still tell you about it. It's a classic romance about Elizabeth, sorry. It is a classic romance about Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. It's filled with misunderstandings, humor, and social pressure. It is charming, funny, and surprisingly modern. Yeah, wonderful. Um, you should read it because it's supposed to be a comfort read and it is absolutely relatable even today. And the page count for this, again, I think the one I have, the paperback, I think it's close to 340 or 30 or so. 328, yeah. So again, under 400. But my dear friends, our book for March is the only one where I have um, gone a little beyond 400 pages. It's 450 pages, but for good reason. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to first actually describe this book to you before I show you what it is. This is a beautifully written love story set during the partition, following a perfumer and a calligrapher whose lives take very different paths. Um, it's supposed to be emotional and perfect for readers who enjoy slow, immersive stories. The book that I'm talking about is The Book of Everlasting Things by Achal Malhotra. I am in love with this cover. I think it's so pretty. I don't think I have a prettier cover in my bookshelf. Even the back is so pretty. Oh my god. Um, and I think I really wanted to read this book, not by myself, but with everybody. And whoever has recommended this book to me have said that they have not been able to read anything better after this book. And I was convinced. I was like, I want to have this in my book club. And I told my co-curator to have this in the list, even if it is 50 pages beyond our limit. Um, but because of that reason, in March, we have Happening by Annie Ernaux. I don't know if you can see the cover well, but I couldn't actually find a physical copy for this book, so I went ahead and I bought the Kindle copy, which is amazing because I want to try and reduce buying too many physical copies because clearly I'm running out of space. This is the shelf of the books that I've already read, and you can see that there's just very little space left on this side. But so yeah, getting back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so I have the Kindle copy of this book. It is our book for April. And because Book of Everlasting Things is slightly bigger in size, we picked Happening, which is smaller. I think the page count ranges from 100 to 150 pages. And this one is actually a non-fiction. It's a short, powerful memoir about a young woman's difficult experience seeking an illegal abortion in the 1960s. It's supposed to be raw, honest, and something that makes you think very deeply about choice and society. And funny the friend who recommended the book of Everlasting Things also recommended this book to me, and she has read it, and she is part of our book club as well. And she said that this is one of the best books that she's ever read once again. And what better than to read it with fellow book club members? I'm excited. Moving on to our May book. Now, I don't know if you may have already noticed the pattern, but we are switching in between Indian and non-Indian authors. So, our book for May is by an Indian author, and I don't know why the corner of this book is chipped. I just saw it. A bad review is going online soon, and the sun is playing its game again. Should I leave it like that? Do I look like I'm a divine entity? Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna draw the curtain and see if it makes a difference. Okay.
A few moments later.
I like this slightly better. This is good. There's no sun here. Okay. As I was saying, I got a bad copy from Amazon. I'm so bummed about that. But yeah, that's the book. It's called The Simoquin Prophecies by Samit Basu. And this is a light-hearted Indian fantasy with satire, humor, quirky world building, and it's supposed to be fun, easy to understand, and very entertaining. What I love about this book as I'm flipping through the pages is that the font is big, even though the book looks like this. But I think this edition says 500, but there are a few editions that are saying 350. And like I said, I think I got the wrong copy. I think this is a pirated one, and I'm so sorry, but I think I'm just gonna have to return this one. Yeah, I'm bummed about this. So bummed about this. Anyway, this is the book for the month of May, and I'm excited to read this one as well because Indian fantasy, I have not really come across a lot of them. So let's see how good this is. All right, we come to June, and the book for June is something that I have read before. The book for June is one that I have already read before, but a lot of our book club members wanted to read this one, and they are in for a treat, you guys, because the book is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. This is a book about Ove, who is a very grumpy old man and clearly dealing with a lot of things in his life. But when he meets the right kind of people, his life is transformed at such a time where he felt that he has no hope left. You can see that I've already loved this copy so much. Can you see a few annotations? I don't know if it's clear. But I genuinely love this book, and I might definitely reread this in June because I love him. Let's go to July. July, we have a classic once again, and it's called Swami and Friends by R.K. Narayan. Now, all of us know Malgudi Days, and we might also remember the character Swami from that series. So this is particularly a book about Swami and his friends. And this one, even though it's a classic, it's very joyful to read. It has it gives a lot of nostalgia, and it's supposed to be very innocent with a lot of mischief and humor. So next up for August, we have yet another classic. I think we have 3 classics already. One by an Indian author and 2 by non-Indian authors. But this one I'm very, very interested in reading, and that is A Study in Scarlet. And it is the first series of the Sherlock Holmes detective series. It's by author Conan Doyle. And well, everybody knows Sherlock Holmes. I don't think I need to read out anything to you from this book. It's just a mystery book. It is Chotusa, so of course anybody can read it anytime during the year, or especially in the month of August. It's really, really short. It's not even 200 pages, you guys. It's just 187. Nice. In the month of September, we have The Girl in the Glass Case by Devashish Sardana. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But The Girl in the Glass Case, it's supposed to be a very gripping thriller set in India, written by an Indian author, and heard so many reviews about this book as well. And again, something that I wanted to read with everybody else and not by myself. And this one is 332 pages, this copy. Fairly good copy, I like it. Excited. I love the cover also, all black. Nice. For October, we have hello. Oh, this one is a little long in size, but it's Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I have also read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I loved both of these books. They were so fast-paced and so gripping that, in fact, Evelyn Hugo kind of took me out of my reading slump. So did Daisy Jones and the Six, actually. So I'm really excited to see this one. I haven't read any of her other books, but this one gained recent popularity, and again, some of our book club members were intrigued about this book. So that's here. Atmosphere is how long? 332, I think, or 352, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 332. And then we go into acknowledgements for this particular copy, this edition. But I think it's generally under 400 pages, so it's going to be pretty easy to read. Also, her language and the way she writes is very, very easygoing, and anybody who is not an avid reader can easily read her books. Our November book is a book by an Indian author. It is a book that is supposed to be funny, but it's about a haunting. So it says it's a quirky, funny Bengali novella with charm, wit, and magical realism, short, delightful, and very enduring. So I think it has some paranormal haunting aspect. It's called The Aunt Who Wouldn't Die by Srishendhu Mukhopadhyay. I don't know if you can see my Kindle cover properly, you guys. I'm really sorry about that, but of course, all the books are listed down in the description, so you can go through them. But this also is a short read. I think it's under 200 pages because it's a novella, obviously. But I'm so excited every time when an Indian author pops up because I feel like Indian authors are really, really great. And some of their books are really great. All of the Indian authors that we read for 2025 was so good. We enjoyed each and every book that we've read by them. And no, they're not the self help books, they're not the books by celebrities, but they're really amazing books. And I will do a video about my books by Indian authors that I read in 2025 in my next video. So stay tuned. Having said that, let's go and show you guys our December book, which is The Vegetarian. Again, this is under 200 pages. So we actually have a very limited amount of books that are actually exceeding 300 pages also, for that matter. Most of them are under 300 or so pages. This book is about a woman's quiet decision to stop eating meat, that spirals into a haunting exploration of anatomy, trauma, and societal control. That's it. Those were all the books that we have for this year. I'm going to try and hold them all together for you. And there are two copies on my Kindle, but there you go. And very, very happy and very, very excited to read all of them with you. Now, coming to the process of how you can join us and read along with us, whatever books that you just saw. We have a WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is basically to decide on what time we can do our book discussions, to share the link to the book discussions, and to just get an update of what everybody's pace is, whether people have finished the book, etc. So the first step is to go to the first link that's in the description. That is our Google form. That will basically give us your information, your name, where you are from, your WhatsApp number, so we can add you to the group, and some basic questions to help us understand how serious you are about joining this book club. Secondly, we will also be sharing every month's form with everybody, so that we are sure how many people will actually join the book club, because sometimes it happens that there are like 30 members in the book club, but ultimately just 5 of us are joining the call, and that is something that's really sad. So this year onwards, we are doing monthly registrations as well. That's it. Actually, there is nothing very fancy that we do. Both of these registrations are free. We don't take any fees or any money to join this book club. We do it out of our pure love and joy for reading, and the two of us have actually benefited a lot from buddy reads, and that is how So They Read exists actually. And so we thought that it would be a nice idea for us to read more books with a lot more people and make it even more fun. It's amazing to hear everybody's ideas and point of views about a particular book, and to sometimes agree, sometimes disagree with them, and have a good, healthy discussion. Join us if you like the books that we have selected, and if you want to read along. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know this was a really long one, but I really hope some of you join our book club. I will be back with another video very soon. See you.